finds out you got a record.
Yeah, or the rest of your mates either.
Forget your friends, dear. Oh, they might visit you once or twice, but after that, you're on your own.
Yeah, you're on your own.
How would you know, Dumbo?
Speak when you're spoken to, and no one gave you permission to smoke. Who wants a free cigarette? Let it catch you.
Sit down, kid, unless you want to leave in an ambulance.
That's assuming the freak will let you out. We hear you've already asked her once.
I can handle her.
Oh, same way you handle everybody else, eh?
I say we give her a royal flush.
Yeah.
Clear all that nonsense out of her brain.
Is that what you want, Nikki? The whole place against you?
That's what's waiting for you, dear, if you end up in here.
Talk. How would you know we'd end up in here anyway?
Because you're young and stupid.
You're a big girl, aren't you, Nikki? All of 15. Guess that qualifies you as a real expert on things.
I know enough to get by.
How'd you handle a riot? Go running to the officers asking to be let out?
I reckon she'd get bruises on her knees from begging so hard.
I've seen the screws just lock them in and let them fight till someone drops or someone gets killed.
Yeah. You could get more pretty bad, Spudbrain. Your matey's got sense. She knows when to cop it sweet and stay out of trouble.
Oh, let her go, Lou. She'll probably break.
Yeah, that's right.
Save your breath. You coming? I've had enough.
Sit down. We're going over it again, right from the start. Whether you like it or not.
Excuse me, Mr. Pringle. There's a telephone message for you.
Oh, you're allowed to deliver to non-union members, are you?
In case you're interested, it's from your mother. She's worried about you. Frankly, I would be too if I had a son as obstinate as you are.
Oh, Joyce, I'm glad I caught you and Mervyn together. Good news. The blockade's all but over. The trucks will be gone very soon.
That's marvellous.
Oh, terrific.
Now, I need a complete rundown of immediate food requirements as soon as possible after dinner, if that's all right.
I'll get right onto it.
I really appreciate the way you've coped.
Well, I did whatever I could.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I suppose that stops all arguments, doesn't it?
Frankly, I'm not sure that it does.
But Mervyn, Mrs. Reynolds just said the blockade was over. There's nothing left to argue about.
Yes and no. What if the same situation occurs again? Would you still blindly follow the union no matter what?
I wouldn't blindly follow anyone, but if that's how the membership voted, yes.
Well, there you are. We're back where we started, the union above all else.
But there has to be solidarity. There is no point in having a union unless there is. And how would we get better working conditions?
Why don't you ask the women whose food you refuse to bring in? Perhaps they can tell you.
That's not fair. You know, I was quite happy to bring in that food. It was just that Bolton fellow. Mervyn Pringle, you're an impossible man.
On with the jobs, all of you.
Yeah, well, you reckon it's fair. What about us? At least you get to go home at night. I suppose so. Some of me mates in Barnhurst are going to be there for life. They're going to die there. What did they do? Well, one of them was about 30 years ago, I think. Anyway, she did her block one day and killed her old man. She didn't mean to. She's just going to thump him back, but she's one of them. Does she have any kids? Yeah, got taken away from her. See, that's the other thing. People forget about you when you're inside. It's real easy. Oh, and Jules, did I tell you about her? You mean Jules? Yeah. Do you know, they wouldn't even let her out when her mum was dying. I mean, how rotten can you get? No wonder people kill themselves in here, you know.
Is that what, I mean, those marks on your wrist, did you, well, you know.
Yeah, come on, we better go to dinner.
Terry, home. Terry, you there? It's typical of the unions. They'd be prepared to starve us to death just to make their point.
You stop whinging and eat. You're giving me a headache.
Well, you, of course, will support those communists.
We don't know if it is the unions, William. Besides, you asked for a small serve.
Can you blame me? It's rice this, rice that. It's awful.
Oh, I don't know. I like rice. Don't you, Jen?
No. As a matter of fact, I hate it. Please, stop feeling sorry for me.
Hey, come on.
Hey, what's your bait over? Well, can't you give her a speeding ticket
Look,
or
you just
something?
get your food and sit down.
Yes, Mrs. Morris. Of course, Mrs. Morris. Hey, it's rice. What a surprise. Thought it might have been rice again. Thanks for minding my spot.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I do impersonations too.
You ever done uppers?
Maybe. A Benny or two. Look, if you're thinking of nicking any, I'm all out.
Just happens I got some to song. Like a throw.
Yeah? You for real?
Yep, sung most of them. But I could always find you a few, if you're interested.
I'll let you know.
Hey, how about some more entertainment, Lennox? Like climbing the walls, for instance. Or going 10 rounds with Collins.
Yeah, well, I wasn't ready for her, was I?
What are you doing in the queue again, Kelly?
I was just getting me mate.
You know there is not enough for second serves. Now sit down.
But I need me vitamins.
Don't argue. Sit down.
Oh, you bitch!
What are you looking at me for, moron? Did you trip her up, Kelly?
Ask her.
Lennox?
I fell over, Mrs. Morris, that's all.
Pity about your meal. They don't serve seconds around here.
Go to Mr. Pringle and get a mop and clean it up.
Something going on between those two. Liz been very tight-lipped about how she cut her hand.
Maybe Nikki did it with that knife you told us about.
I think it's time I found out.
But I don't understand. Vandalising the one thing that meant most to you, not to mention damaging yourself in the process.
I started remembering things. Playing the grand piano at home. The sound of the room. The beautiful feeling that music gave me. I can't stand it here.
You can't afford to crumble, Jenny, not with your retrial coming up.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it.
You've also deprived the other women of one of their few luxuries. I've got no option but to prevent you from playing the piano for the next 4 weeks.
I'll pay for the damage, out of my own money.
That'll certainly help as far as the other women are concerned. Could you take her back, please, Mrs. Morris?
Of course.
Jenny, I do know what an ordeal this is for you, but I want you to promise you won't do anything like this again. Promise?
Guess what? Good news.
Yes, well, Terry, before we talk about that, I think we should
want to
get
hear what it is?
Yes, but Terry, the house, it was like a
Forget
pigsty.
the house. Something incredible's just happened. I've got a job.
Something wrong, Mervyn?
No, I was just looking to see I had everything, that's all.
You ready then?
Yes, I'm all set.
Then we better go.
Yes, we better. Joyce,
Mervyn,
look,
do we
I'm
really...
sorry. You know, I think we're a couple of silly duffers letting a little thing like this upset us so much.
I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier, Mervyn.
No. I should be apologising to you. I've been totally unreasonable.
Yes, well, you were a little bit stubborn.
Only because I believe so deeply